What's going on, guys? So, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. This is a Gundam with two heads, and that's a vertical box. But this is Master Grade Monday. And yeah, it's running late. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so today on this Master Grade Monday, we're going to be taking a look at the Master Grade F91, you can almost read Gundam, or F91 Gundam F91. It says it twice. Why? Because it's a 2.0. That was stupid, I know. But, yeah, I didn't actually build this one. This is from my buddy, David. He picked it up and he said, hey, I've got the new F91. Do you want to look at it? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. And actually, he worked on this when we went to the last Gundam Club meet together, so it was kind of funny. I'll have a little bit of story on that when we look at the Gundam itself. But for now, we got a really, really great box art, very indicative of the newer 2.0 style box work, that kind of stuff like that. So, you know, in the same vein as the Justice and the Freedom, the way that artwork looks. So you've got multiple scenes going on in the background. This is that thing that I can't pronounce. And then you got what appears to be a Jagan back in there. Looks like a Jagan. Could be wrong. I will gladly admit if I'm wrong, because I know F91 is a different series entirely. I have no idea. So you got Bandai 2018 down there. You got our light reflection right there. You got some really big old guns because, well, he's known for having those. And cool light effects. Yeah, those are Jagans because there's another one right there. So, I don't know. It's UC. I don't know the UC timeline. Worth a damn. So, it is what it is. So we look at this side of the box, and you've got EFSF prototype attack use mobile suit. That's nice. Front view, rear view, gotta love that. Action! So he's got stuff and things and such, and it's shown with an action base 4 that is sold separately. Lighting unit, which is not included. So that's actually the newer Bandai LED unit. It's not the old school ones. It's actually a two light system, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. And you've got detail work there, you got internal structure there, you've got weaponry there, you got figure. Of course you do. You got markings, and F91 if you want to read that real quick. And you got F91, Gundam F91, EFSF, prototype attack use mobile suit. Helps if I have some light on that. And of course version 2.0, and I have it on that magic and repeat of box art. That's a good looking Gundam up close. And you come to the last side and you've got weaponry. All the things out of flops and flaps and things. Head. You've got a couple different heads. You've got multi-layered structure. Yeah. Your groin joint. Shoulder. VSBR. You got the Vispers. You got legs that can do leg things. You've got other things that can do things. 3-axis structure has been adopted for the knee joint. It can be pulled out without interfering with the exterior parts. Sure. And you got that thing where it shows the Gundam kit next to all of the parts, even though it's completed. And you've got polybag right there. And you've got warnings. Warnings, more warnings. 4,000 yen, so decently about $40, $45, depending on where you pick it up, probably. New version of the F91. But it's still upside down. It's Master Grade Monday, guys. It is what it is. Let's get to this thing. Alright guys, so here we have the F91 out here, and looking pretty cool. I've actually always liked the design of the F91. I've just never gotten around to building one, to be totally honest with you guys. Obviously, the only two I've reviewed belong to other people. So before we looked at the old school F91 that Nick brought over. You can check that out up there in the card. And this, of course, is the new revamped 2.0 version. And it's pretty cool. I like the design, though it does suffer from a little bit of wingness, if you catch my drift. It's got these big old stickers everywhere. David didn't even put them all on, but I think he put most of them on. I think the leftover ones are either extras or they're just like, they're not necessary. I keep doing that. It has a few weaknesses as it is. And this is going to be a little bit weird because I don't have him here to review this with me. Wow, really? Don't move your feet. But obviously, we're going to clearly have some troubles with it because it's already falling apart in my hands. That was crazy. Like, okay, I've messed with this thing a little bit since he left it here. Not much. Just enough to figure out the gimmicks and such, but I've never sat down and kind of really futzed with it until now, and of course the arm falls off the second I do. So this is crazy. Like I said, it looks really good. I'm just going to do a comparison real quick because one complaint he definitely has is the size. Because this thing came out in the same vein as Wing and other things like that, where Bandai shrunk everything down. So you can see he is actually shorter than a Sandrock. And Sandrock's not that tall to begin with. So you compare this thing to like a UC suit, it's a normal UC suit, it's going to be like way up here. And for a quick comparison otherwise, just to show off how small he really is. There he is with the crossbones, which is roughly the same size, maybe just a little bit taller. And then a more quote-unquote in-universe, there it is next to the gym cannon. I mean, that is a significant size difference in thickness and height and everything. But as you can tell, this thing is a bit sleeker. It does look more along the lines of a Wing kit, which, you know, it's a similar generation. Not same universe, just same generation of design. Okay, so this thing is interesting yet small. And I will give you some warnings right off the bat, guys. These V-fins, the little crowny looking V-fins, are incredibly tiny, incredibly light, and barely, and I mean barely, tabbed in. And I have knocked them off countless times, especially with the transforming face gimmick, which we'll get to in a little bit. And I've done the same thing for the standard head. He does have two heads. You got the big F91 stickers there. You got some little things poking out the side there. And this is one of the anecdotes I wanted to point out. David spent an hour trying to paint this triangle cleanly instead of using a sticker. So he used gold marker and was trying to use black marker and everything to get it. And he had to keep doing it over and over and over and over. Which is ironic because all the other triangles are yellow. So if he had just gone with a sticker, he would not have had a problem. And this thing does look like it has good color separation. So you've got orange parts inside of white parts with some gray parts sticking through. So that's pretty good. You get the same thing down here on the knees. And you've got, you can see, hopefully, you can see some goldish coppery colors poking out through the vents in the legs. Same thing with the chest, though. It's going to be real hard to get light in there. If I can. If you guys can see that. I think he painted that because as far as I know, nothing came in that color. And it does have a light up gimmick, but unfortunately I do not have I don't have the lighting kit for this. He could not find one and it does not come with it. I assume that there's a version that does, but this one doesn't. You can get this color separation down here on the legs. Now let's do articulation real quick because there's a lot more gimmicks and stuff like that. So the Vispers are going to be in the way, so they're just there. You do get some nice shoulder shrug there, but of course if you go back up to the head where you generally start with articulation, it is on a hinge with a ball joint, so you can turkey neck, can turn. He doesn't have the cleanest panel lines there, but you know, it is what it is when you're working with something tiny. It does have some nicely, I think he painted the eyes, but I can't tell. Those might be stickers. No, it's paint. He definitely painted that. So he took some metallic blue marker. Once again, I'll get to the face gimmick here in a little bit. If you want, you can slip open the chest, and that's where the cockpit is, if you want to put your little dude in there, but it's impossible unless you do it first. You get those stickers on the chest. Looks pretty good. Same thing there. You can go... Oh, my lordy, that is a super tight shoulder joint. So trying to move the shoulder armor and the shoulder together does not work because you end up rotating and the Vispers get knocked out. So there's a problem right there. You cannot rotate the arm up, but you can put it out like that. You can use bicep rotation there. I believe it's a double jointed elbow. You're not going to get much of a high teacher because of the way everything is organized, but you know, nice there. It does have forearm rotation, which I do love. I love when they have a square arm kit and he does have forearm rotation. That's always a plus for me. And you do get your obligatory hand joint. The thumbs are actually on ball joints, for the rest of the fingers and hands are separate pieces. Torso, he does have an ab rocker. Pretty cool. You do have waist rotation. Can't go all the way around. There's a little bit of stuff in the way. And actually, one of the guys from the Off the Runner podcast messaged me the other day wondering if this whole piece in here was die-cast or came chromish or made with color. And I'm like, nope, it's just straight gray plastic. Sorry, bud. You do get front hip skirts that completely come apart when you move them. Dude, seriously? Like, that's a poor design. It hits the body and then just flips out. So you gotta tilt that back, and then you can put the skirt up. Wow, that's bad. Okay, and look, even this thigh armor is coming apart. See, part of me wonders, and you know, I'm not going to talk bad about my friend, of course. Is this how bad this kit is, or did he just kind of miss something when he put it together? Because clearly these thigh armor are not connecting properly. And he did, you know, he said it was a fun build, stuff like that, but he didn't leave me with a whole lot of other information. And there went the back skirt, which looks like it only tabs in 2 spots. So that thigh armor doesn't work too well. See, like it just totally split. I bet he put something together wrong. He did. He got the hips on backwards. David, you put the hips on backwards, buddy. I'm gonna fix it for you right quick. Alright guys, so I was actually wrong. He didn't have it facing the wrong way. The problem is he didn't have it shoved in far enough. So whenever you nice dissection of problems here. So if you just put it in, and mind you, there goes that. You feel the click and you think that's done, but it's not. You have to push it all the way in. And I bet he was sitting there cursing this kit, wondering why it wouldn't work properly. So you just kind of have to put in a tiny little bit more effort. Do I have that in the wrong? Yeah, wrong leg. Sorry. And the legs seem to be identical, so I'm guessing that it wouldn't matter one way to the other. It's funny that I found that problem out, you know. It's a good thing to know. So if you have this kit and you have that problem, well, there you go. There's your solution. Shoki is here to help. Or hinder, I don't know. One of those things. You know, it's always fun to have to do a fix on someone else's kit. But it's not the first time, you know. I mean, not even on the channel, not even in actual life. But, look, check that out. He does do a nice Jean-Claude. Once again, it can kick forward. You got a double jointed knee. It was talking about knee separation and stuff like that. I don't know what the heck it's talking about. I don't care. That goes about as far as it can go. Come down here. On that knee is, there we go, janky. No, you go in there. Okay, I see what it's doing now. You got a, whoa. Whoa. Okay, what the heck? It has I know it was talking about that on the box, but I have no clue what it's doing. Look at that. I didn't even touch it, and the V-fin and fell out. What the heck? Okay, so come down to the foot. You do get a massive, massive toe point, which I don't understand why you would ever need that. I think you've got some foot pistons. Yep, you do. That's kind of cool. Ball joint up there in the top. The ankle armor doesn't rotate with the foot, really, so you're limited ever so slightly in that. Once again, why would you need this? Nice foot, though. I mean, it looks cool. And then the butt skirt that completely fell off. Tab that back in. There we go. All right, and come to the back, you do get these really nice thrusters back here. I don't know if he painted those or not. They look a little clean. So part of me wonders, okay, so this goldish color, this copperish gold, if you have this kit, and I didn't build this, once again, you know, I don't know if it's supposed to be that color or he painted it. And there is a clear bit there, so the light is supposed to come out through all of those thrusters, same way it comes out through the chest. But it would make sense if that was gold and then light came through it. But once again, didn't build it, I have no clue. And then looking at the box didn't exactly help me out in that aspect. So it is what it is, but it's articulate, and I'm sure you can get it in some decent poses. But man, and once again, it's hard to have a connection to something I didn't build, but I can look at it more objectively in reality. Alright, now being that he doesn't really want to stand if you twist his legs a little, There we go, like that. He does, I think, and I'm going to say this, I think it comes with a stand. Because you do have this little stand here. Now this is basically like an Action Base 5, if I remember correctly, just the center base part. And it does have this really, really flimsy, crappy looking thing. However, this is made for the light system. So the actual box would go in here. You would run the wires up through there, and it would come out through this part. Now I'm going to put them on the stand. So you pull off the backpack like so. You see you got some clear tabs there. And if I remember correctly, you want to tab it in like so. And then you just put it right back together. And that actually does put, it puts it all down here. I like it. That's actually a cool idea. The stand itself is incredibly flimsy. It doesn't even sit flush. Not really. And it rotates insanely bad. I'm guessing this is where the switch pops out, if I had to guess. One thing I don't know, there was this piece included, and it looks like it's part of the base. But I have no clue. This has no anything for me. It does look like it clips in, like right in here somehow. No idea. If you know, let me know. If you don't know, well, you can't help me out too much. But it is cool to have a stand that was like that. And like I said, I think it was included because it seems strange that he could go out and buy one that just happened to be perfect for this, Guys. You know how I get frustrated when things just continually fall apart? I think that by the end of this day, because I'm not giving this back to David probably for a week or two, by the end of this day, these V-fins will be glued into the side of the head because they will continually fall out. This head in particular is even looser. That's about the 15th time that particular piece has fallen off. And yeah, it's really annoying. One thing I forgot to point out, you do get some nice color separation here. You do get a little bit of orange bit there for the chest Vulcans. That's always cool. Now, if we want to go into what I think is its high-speed mode or whatever, you flip these guys up and you unfold them, although that one's being a little weird. Why is it being weird? Because I'm remembering from the other MG. There we go. You just got to have it look. What the f... Now this one doesn't want to come out at all. It's tucked way up in there. Oh, I see what happened. That he didn't have the other one tucked away all the way. I see. So you can pull it out like so, and then tab it in, kind of. That's how that works. Okay, so it's on a double hinge that retracts all the way under instead of sliding out like the old one did. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I think the sliding out one from before was a better plan. This double hinge thing, it's kind of dumb. I don't know the best. Something like that. Okay? Got it? Good. Now if you come down to the legs, you can flip open these little guys. You just got to find a way to get a thumb under it. If you hook the second one, it looks like they open up all together, which is cool, and all that jazz. Yeah, so the top one isn't really attached to the bottom two, but the bottom two do flip up, so that's actually pretty cool. I actually do dig that. Yeah, that's gonna. This thing has no grip. It can spin freely. So, I mean, I'm going to probably complain about this a lot more than he would. Alright, so just real quick. Weapons, you do get beam rifle. Looks pretty cool. Looks like he tried to hit it with some silver there on the barrel. That did not work out very well for him. Same thing up here, buddy. You probably need to change out your marker or shake it up a lot better. Decent panel line. Tried to paint that black. Didn't look like it came out very well. Little rotating handle that almost nobody ever uses. Got a black back here on the end. Pretty cool thing. Does have a camera there. He does hold it. Let me see if I can remember how this comes apart. These, okay, well, that comes off real easy. Those thumbs are straight and like very, very easy to do. Okay, so the hand is sculpted in such a way to kind of clip to the handle. It doesn't peg in or anything. It just kind of clips on with some decent friction, and then you try your best to line those holes up, and there you go. You have a Biom rifle. Cool. Now we have the other big weapon. His bazooka. I've seen this guy before. Pretty cool. Now he did take some chrome marker to it, so he's got chrome here on the strips. You got chrome up here that he clearly touched. And guys, once you use that Malto chrome on something, you have to not touch it at all, ever, because it doesn't really dry hard unless it's like in a situation where you can't really touch it like this. So, I mean, these bits back here, I believe they hinged on the old one. They don't on this one. He did hit the inside of the thruster with some gold paint. Looks pretty good. You got stickers there, panel lining all over there, and for some reason he hit this end with gold as well. But these do kind of flap open, is what it is. The handle works exactly the same as that one, and you can put it either hand. Cool thing is you do have a hole right there, which corresponds to a thingy on the back that you can't get to with the backpack attached. So let's just detach the backpack. Oh, that's the first time that's come off. Oh, you know, just handling someone else's kit and every single thing that's falling off as you review it. You grab this little part, slide it down, you grab this part, and you flip it out. If you don't have that down all the way, it won't work. So you come out there, you have a clip with a little stubby chunk hanging off there. Try to move your Vispers out of the way, and I stress the word try because it's nearly impossible. And you just sort of tab it in like so, and then if you push it at all, it will completely fall out. So it is what it is. It's supposed to tab in right there, all nice and neat, and it does not. It wants to flip out constantly. I think he accidentally took off something that was supposed to be there. Also, it looks like he tried to put it in here while the paint was still wet. Okay, so that is quote-unquote tabbed in. So you can have him with the huge bazooka attached to his backside. That's pretty cool. It's just... buddy, I'd just say... And this goes for anybody. With the chrome, don't do it. Just don't. Use silver paint instead. And you got a sticker there for that. Or paint. I don't know which one he did. It might come with a sticker, or you might have to paint it either way. Put this back on as best I can, because it is truly annoying me. Now, I guess, in theory, you can get it in there. It's just really difficult. You can't do it while it's on the stand, obviously. But you can put it on the stand and then take it right back off. Now, I know that these side skirts do something, and I forget what it is. So this pops out. Okay, there's his beam sabers. So he's got his beam saber handles there. I'm not going to go through beam sabers. You guys know how it is. But you get the cool green beam sabers. Also very indicative of the wing generation. And if you pop this side out, you get another shield generator right under there. I don't know if that's supposed to mount to something or it floats around. I don't understand because I didn't build it. Don't know the instructions. Don't know this guy in general. However, you do get the arm mounted one that we saw earlier that he painted. And you can flip it out like so. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. And I believe you need to pop off. Well, you can pop off the whole thing for sure, but I don't think that was what I was supposed to do. I'm trying to remember if it's the front plate or the back plate that needs to pop off. I'm gonna go with the front plate for now because it seems it's right. And you just line up your holes. It does seem like there's tabs there that's supposed to line up, and they do. And very much like the seed kits that followed it, not this specifically, but you know what I mean, beam shields became more prominent after F91. So now you can get him up there with his cool beam shield, energy shield, whatever. And it does have a cool piston gimmick. I actually don't mind that, so. It's still pretty cool. It's still very, very annoying. Other things it comes with are, trying to pick them all up here, a buttload of hands. And I assume these are beam saber holding hands and fists. So they just plug into where the trigger fingers would go, stuff like that. I'm not going through all that because it's a lot of fiddly mess. And frankly, this thing's fiddly enough as it is. It does come with this little piece, which is in fact another neck piece that has now fallen on the floor and shall never be recovered. So I'm guessing it's just a spare because, as you saw in the opening footage, you get a spare head. So this is a fixed head, and the reason it's fixed is because that one is a transforming head. Now you do get two different faceplates with this. You get this faceplate, and you get the other, more like samurai looking faceplate. My focus is really screwed up lately, guys. I don't know what's going on. So all you gotta do is just swap those out with the eyes and stuff like that. And I want to say no biggie, but I bet it's a biggie. But you do get the normal ball joint mount. I'm not going to go so far as to swap the heads. You guys know how to change out heads, right? I bet you do. However, I will show off the transforming head real quick. Let me tuck these blades away because they're annoying me. Yeah, see, this one doesn't really tuck away. There we go. Okay, so those are away. Now the head, you can see there's a split right down the middle of the faceplate. What you want to do is open this up. And just kind of, if you can get a finger in there, these little guys are on the tiniest hinges ever. And it is on a dual hinge that swings back like so. And then you close. Nope. Okay, they're not far back enough. There we go. This is really not the easiest thing in the world. There we go. Now, what the heck? There we go. You'd think there would be a way to do this on one. There we go. Okay, so now you've got him with... Actually, it looks like a very Transformers-esque face. And on one of the old ones, that could flip up, and he has cannon in the mouth. At least some of them did that. He actually has a nose. You guys notice that? That is a very Transformers-esque face. He even has a freaking nose. What's up with that, yo? Because I think, yeah, even on the fixed face, as it were. By the way, that was pointy. Yeah, see the fixed face even has a nose molded into it. I guess that's cool. And I say I guess because I have yet to determine if it is, because this thing has been so annoying. I hate that I'm hating on it. It's so fiddly. This thing is easily as fiddly as the Justice and stuff like that, but with the tiniest little hinges and crap on the face. Now the Vispers, they're just in the way. They're just absolutely in the way. These should swing up higher, get past the shoulder armor. They don't. That's as high up as they go. You can totally swing them under for cannon mode, and it does have the extension, which that just scared me because I didn't expect it to go all at once. And you do get a little gappy thingy there, and you get flip out handle from down here because he is meant to hold them as a gun like so, or you can do it without the gun, which is what I'm going to do. Personally, I don't like this, the sticker. I think that is an absolute waste. It's like, it is a ton of writing on the side of a frickin' giant cannon. Hey, what is that? I don't know. Let me look at it. It says VSB. Oh god, we're dead! You know, it's just, why? Why is that a thing that needs to be? You know, there went the damn V-fin. I'm gluing those in before I do final thoughts. And I'm gluing that on before I do final thoughts. Good God, David. It's not your fault. I don't think it's your fault. I think it's just the quality of the kit is not great. Oh my god. Like, just come on, Bandai. Like, this is a 2.0. This is supposed to be an upgrade. And this thing has been nothing but problems. It just, in the middle of this review, it has been nothing but problems. He's got one V-fin now. Come on. Why would you do such a tiny tab to hold on something on the head? That is absolutely ridiculous. And the forearm rotation actually does lead to the arm coming apart. So that's also ridiculous and stupid. This should be a very, very cool kit, and instead it is annoying the crap out of me. And obviously the VSBRs were a lot of the inspiration for the Freedom and the Strike Freedom for backpack slash side mounted guns in the future. They look cool. I hate the stickers. There's a lot of cool about this kit. There's a lot of cool about the F91 series, although it does have a whole lot of weird mobile suit designs. This one, it's Formula 91 Gundam. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Guys, I was trying to get into final thoughts here, and I'm trying to put him into a pose where he's actually holding the weapon, the Vespers, in his hand, like it shows that he should be able to do, and I can't get it. Like, maybe it's got to be a lot more bicep rotation. I normally don't like to struggle with these things on camera, despite how much I like to struggle with things on camera. I can't get his hand in there, like, at all. Like, I guess if you extend it, how the heck are you supposed to do that? I mean, like, to me, these things are always upside down. Like, the handle should be on the top, like the Freedom does. But, and they don't slide farther any forward. Or any further forward, I should say. Let me see. Rotate the shoulder, which once again is incredibly tight. How the heck? Like, you can't. There's no way to put the hand on that. And there's no, like, even the wrist swivel doesn't get you there. I don't know where the rest of the hand went. Okay, guys, final thoughts. Don't buy this kit. Don't. Unless you've gotten better, if you have this kit and have gotten way better results than what I am looking at, let me know. Otherwise, don't waste your money. Honestly, buy the old one. The old one is way more stable. Yeah, sure, it's less functional, but you can see this thing doesn't have... The frickin' V-fin fell off again. And you want to know how it fell off? I popped the Vesper back onto its ball joint. That's all I did. Wasn't touching the head. I was holding it like this. Popped that thing off. V-fin went flying. Still won't stay in place. I hate it. I hate it a lot. And I hate getting angry in one of these reviews. I like to try to stay happy and find positives. It looks great. It does not function. If you can make the Vespers go in the position they're supposed to go in, let me know. If you can put it in the way that he can hold it, let me know. Focus is still not figuring out what to do. Things just keep falling off. I don't know. I would build this kit myself to see if there's a different thing. But honestly, after just looking at it from someone else's build, I don't want it. I was gonna get this thing. I had a really cool custom paint job in mind, and I don't want to waste the money. I really don't, unless somebody's selling one that they bought and it's like out of their backlog and they're not gonna build it, and then maybe I can get one for like super cheap. That might be the only way I would do it. But personally, I think I want the old one. I don't like this. I have the same feeling about this that I did the other 2.0s that have come out with the Justice and the Freedom. I like the original Freedom better. I think it feels like a better kit. It feels like something that's more stable. The plastic doesn't feel weak. The parts fit a little bit better. And like, these hands are ridiculous. You may as well just give us different complete sets of hands. This swappable in and out little chunk of fingers, hate it. It's ridiculous, guys. Like, they're tabs that are not even that long, and they're supposed to go into the hand. They're supposed to hold on to things. Sure, it can hold the gun on there fine. You turn the hand wrong just a little bit, pops right out, no problem. The thumbs pop right off if you accidentally look at them incorrectly. The forearms, you can use the forearm rotation, but then the armor wants to come apart. The shield I just haven't put back on. It's actually fine, even though it's like very, very similar to something like the Strike Freedom or the Destiny that has the same arm-mounted beam shields. The legs are okay. I don't know why there's that kink in the knee. I know that has something to do with the actual knee gimmick. It just, I don't get what it's supposed to be going for. It just ends up making the knee stick. Like, I don't understand the purpose of that. It doesn't seem to give you more articulation. It's pretty, and that's it. It looks good, but it's not. It's the Vispers, they need to have, instead of just a ball joint here, they need a hinge. This needs to be able to hinge up a little bit more, and it's stuck. This is high up as it'll go on the body, and it gets in the way. The fact that it can only come out to there is really dumb. I mean, you can get it into this position where he's like, hey, I'm shooting my guns. But then, as I showed, you can't really, at least the way it was, how are you supposed to get to that handle? I mean, I guess like this is about the only way you're going to do it. Really crank the hands under. I mean, you guys tell me, honestly, tell me. I want to know, how am I supposed to do this? And there goes the freaking fingers as I'm trying to do this. Like, is it like bicep curl everything underneath like this and still hope for the best? Because I still don't understand how you're supposed to do that without an actual wrist swivel that would allow it. I just, don't waste your money. Do not waste your money on this kit unless you absolutely need it. And I don't think it's worth it. Same thing I feel about the other 2.0s. There's a reason I haven't built my Providence yet. I'm not a big fan of those 2.0 new Gundams. And this thing being tiny in comparison to a whole lot of other stuff makes it really not great. Like, I guess, okay, you can pull the ball joint out and get a little bit more movement out of it. Just because that was not there. I mean, still, that's a heck of a stretch. Turn the arm sideways, really try to bend it under. Oh, yeah, that's just not gonna. Is that the ultimate goal, like right there? Just kind of fake it? Like, I sort of got a hand on it. Or do you just kind of crank it back even further and hope for the best? Or is it just angle everything the best you can? I don't know. I don't care. I'm past the point of caring, past the point of liking this kit. It's too fiddly, and it annoys me. I'm done with it. I really am. So, guys, I'm sorry. This is just a big complaining, fall apart mess. I tried to find the best in this thing, and I don't think I did. It's a mess. It falls apart. It is pretty. Don't touch it. Put it on a stand. Get the lights for it if you can find them. It's a $20 light set for 2 LEDs. If you can find it for even cheaper without buying a bootleg version, or sorry, a knockoff version which will have terrible electronics, go for it. I cannot recommend this kit. I can't, because even without building it, he liked the build, he thought it was fine, but clearly he hasn't played with it enough, because if he did, he would find all the same problems I have, and I don't like it. And I don't understand why this one has gray Vulcans and the other one has yellow Vulcans, which are pretty cool. Guys, that's it for this Master Grade Monday. Make sure you hit that like button if you agree with me or disagree with me. Hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe-ish button if you are new to the channel. Sorry that this Master Grade Monday is all about yelling about this kit. It's not a good one, and I don't like it. Grab a Shoki shirt down there in the description, because I do have new Shoki subscribe-ish shirts. And as for next Master Grade Monday, I honestly don't know what it might be, because Double October is coming up, and I've been preparing for that, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to do between now and next week. It is what it is, and this is one of those Master Grade Mondays that's filmed on a Monday. Guys, check out the Patreon if you want to do that, please. I need all the help I can get. My work situation is about to change, and honestly, I'm going to need every little spare bit of money, so even for $5 a month, you could honestly help out the channel and keep things moving forward. But until then, until the next time, guys, just keep on building. But this is